Great, I think I can see everyone.
I did, but I didn't know if that's what was happening.
But you should have invited us.
Okay. Okay, I think we are on, so when it gets to be 4:30,
We're all set, okay.
Yep.
How you been?
Good.
You're sharing that moment to us?
Sure.
Yeah.
Mike's on.
You been doing all right?
Yep. Or no, I talked to you.
Yeah.
I teach.
How about you?
Can't even know, like walking never improves, it never will, I'm sure.
How's Kate doing?
Same as usual, yeah. Gets along with her walker.
Is she still on the library board?
Oh, yeah. She's still president of the library.
She gets down there for the meetings and everything?
What?
She gets down for the meetings?
Oh, yeah. Once in a while, she'll do it by phone, but not too often. Usually I get her there. The meeting will please come to order. Would you call the roll?
Bendy,
Here.
Youngbauer,
Here.
Riegel,
Here.
Ottman absent, Adele,
Here.
4 ayes.
Thank you. We have no virtual attendees. Any correspondence, public? No? Okay, we'll move on to the minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes for the meeting of March 25th.
Okay,
I'll second.
okay, any questions, errors, corrections, comments? Hearing none, all in favor of that motion to accept those, say aye. Opposed, motion is carried. Financials, you have those on your sheet.
I'll make a motion to approve the financials 17906 to 17933.
I'll second. Questions? I have a question. Does the Public Works Department use Kunkel Engineering as well?
Yeah.
Would it be cheaper in the long run to hire an engineer? To have one for the city of Berlin? Just wondering, because it comes up often that we're paying them.
We'd have to look more further into that. I've worked in communities that did have their own engineer on site, which is awesome in a lot of respects, but then of course you have all of the cost of carrying that person. And depending on their expertise and their know-how, it's not uncommon to have certain projects carved out anyways, because a single engineer can't be the master of all trades. So I've been in communities where it's been great, I've been in communities where they have an entire engineering team.
Okay,
But more than likely, due to the variety of things that we need and the fact that it's not constant, we're probably better off just
Okay.
going out for the services that we specifically need.
I was just wondering.
No, it's a good question.
Okay, thank you.
Probably quit tearing up the streets, so we wouldn't have to be spending all that money, would we?
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions or concerns about the financials?
I have a question, that loan payment. What is that,
Which number are you looking at?
one with big space there, 17,920.
Yeah,
What
that's,
is our loan? That's,
that's the well four loan. That's the principal and the interest loan. It's in the budget, it's budgeted for. So,
well, yeah, we're paying that loan off, right?
yes,
But what is that loan for?
for well four, the treatment system,
How much more we have to pay on that?
safe drinking water loan.
How much?
How long do we have, said?
How many more payments or whatever?
I would have to look that up, I don't know for sure.
That's the one that we can't pay off early.
Yeah, we can't pay it off early, it's like a 20-year loan.
Oh, okay, so long-term.
a long-term loan, yeah.
Is that one that we got some assistance with or anything, or?
Yeah, probably some principal forgiveness or some sort of grant, but we still have to pay, we can't pay it off for 20 years, that's the other catch with those loans.
Okay, so that's our payment every year for,
Yes.
Okay, any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor of accepting that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. And I was negligent at the beginning, not welcoming our new commission member, Gary. We're glad to have you with us.
yes, welcome.
That'd be a part of it. Thank you.
Okay, back to the agenda. Office updates.
Party here too?
Pardon?
Are we having a welcoming party?
I don't know unless you're planning it. Okay, office updates.
Okay, so, the new auditors, we have new auditors this year, Kerber Rose. They were here in early April. We are currently working with them to make sure we are utilizing our software to best serve us. They are still working on finishing up the audit. And also the CCR, Consumer Confidence Report, has been completed. We had it published in the Billboard and the Berlin Journal. It was also on our citywide website, displayed in multiple public locations, and we have paper copies available for customer request. This fulfills the requirements set by the DNR.
But everything's going pretty well, Jennifer. With the building is going all right now?
Yes, it's going much better. Much
Better.
better, yes.
Okay, good.
I do have one paper copy if somebody wants. Of CCR.
Okay, then we'll go to the next item, the pre-construction meeting.
Okay, pre-construction meeting was yesterday for East Noise and Monroe Street. It's for water main replacement. The contracts were signed and distributed. Egbert Excavating is the general contractor, and his subcontractors for blacktop will be Northeast Asphalt, and for concrete it would be Allen Dick or Terry Schopenhorst. Schedule for construction would be substantial completion date of September 25th, 2026, and final completion of October 2nd of 2026. Egbert plans on starting the week of August 3rd and completion the week of August 24th. Egbert will be taking care of all the work besides the asphalt and the concrete. In the utility, we'll be taking care of our own inspections. Kunkel Engineering will be taking care of staking the project and drawing all as-built and all other engineering.
That's it?
Yep, that was what the pre-con was about.
Okay. When was that meeting?
That was yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can move on. Roof repairs.
Recently during the rains, we had a couple of roofs that developed leaks. So well number 4 was leaking through the skylights, and it needs to be repaired because it's in the treatment room over the electrical panel. That can't get wet. To fix the roof, the estimate will be somewhere around $4,500. To bring it back to specs for the skylight. The other roof is the water building, the metal roof, which is leaking into the office and into the main building. The cost to fix that roof would be somewhere around $3,000.
Where is that leak?
The water building, it's leaking into the office and into the main building. Somewhere around $3,000 to fix that. And neither of these were scheduled or budgeted for, so. That's why I'm bringing it to you today, so.
Okay, well, you need those roofs repaired, certainly.
Right.
Brian, is there a separate fund for emergency repairs?
Yes.
Yes.
Equipment replacement. Yeah. So
And
I guess what I need from you guys is.
you need
a
us,
recommendation of what you want me to do.
you need a motion from our commission or just need approval from those
Just
of us that are here?
To go ahead with the repair.
Go ahead, what?
I just need approval to go ahead with the repair.
Okay,
Who's doing the repairs?
let's do that as a motion then.
I got an estimate from Great Lakes Roofing.
For both of them.
Yeah, the ones that did our other roofs.
Then I'll make a, you said you need a motion, I'll make a
Yes.
motion, to approve the fixing of well number 4 and the water building, for the amount of $7,500. That will cover it, Brian?
4,500 and 3,500.
Yep, so 75 for them both, then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion, questions, concerns? All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Proceed with that. Your report.
Okay, so I just wanted to bring you up to date on where we were. At the last meeting, I asked you guys if we could rebuild well 6 and well 4s, and you guys voted to rebuild it. So the valve at well 6 has been rebuilt and is operational. We're currently waiting for parts to rebuild the valve at well 4. So well number 6 valve is fixed and well number 4 valve still needs repaired. So that is where that's at.
And I noticed there's a payment to Crane Engineering for that, for a lift pump. That's something different.
That was them were budgeted for this year.
Oh, okay.
2 lift pumps and Broadway Street lift station.
That's different than the valves that are talking about now.
Yeah, these are,
Okay,
these are water valves.
Okay.
Inside of well.
all right.
You have any questions about them? So RIS pump rebuild. We did, as you guys voted, we did give Crane to go ahead to order the pumps and the VFDs and the check valves for replacing the 2 RES pumps at our last meeting. They will come and check on the electrical and the programming. They have ordered the pumps with a ship date the end of July, and they thought they could be installed by the beginning of August. So there'll be new pumps in August. Yep. And then the next thing I had was a digester cover update. Well, I was supposed to get an update from our guy that's painting the covers or doing the work from August winter, and it didn't come back to me yet, so I don't have an update for you.
And I was looking at the last, at the minutes, it said you had to wait until the temperature was consistently over 50 degrees.
Yes, yeah, so I'm thinking they're gonna do it in July, end of June, somewhere there.
Okay.
And the other thing I have is a treatment plant of the water issues and the flooding that we had. So I did make the DNR aware that with our saturation and the recent rain events, that our flow was elevated and likely to go over our design flow. Our effluent samples looked good, and we did ramp up our RES and return more back to the plant. We stopped the haulers, and then we monitored the industry's flow. We did end up going over to design flow, but the plant seemed to handle it well. The bugs are doing well, and we don't have any washouts. The effluent still looks fairly clear. The river did go over its banks in the park. We did sandbag the manhole before Cumberland lift station just in case we needed it. The pumps were all ready to go and hooked up to the truck. We did go into some of the buildings next to the river block and plug some of the floor drains in case it flooded. We didn't have to take on all that extra water from those buildings. The backup generators were already fueled up and ran, ready to go. We seem to have made it through the biggest rain events. Our flow is slowly coming down, but it's still above average. The plant seems to be running well. The bugs are still looking good. The pumps are keeping up with the flow. The RES pumps are keeping up with the biomass, keeping it down, and the phosphorus is steady. Hopefully the flow keeps on the decline and everything returns to normal soon.
Yeah,
That's what I had.
so you had water,
We have water,
yeah.
lots of it.
I say that's a really good job of being prepared ahead of time, Ryan,
Thank you.
and you guys should be credited for that.
Thanks.
The reconstruction on Water Street, did that do any good? I mean, was that any help at all when you redid all that in there?
Yeah, it took care of a lot of I&I. Yeah, without that, would have been pumping.
So that's okay, good.
That is what I have for you guys.
Okay, have anything for Ryan? Are there any items of old business that should be put on a future agenda? Any items of new business to be put on a future agenda? Hearing none, we're looking at the fourth Wednesday, May 27th would be it. How does that sound? That would work out for us?
Sounds good.
I think so.
All right,
Memorial Day week, in case that matters in anybody's schedule.
Memorial Day week.
Yep, that Monday's Memorial Day. We'll be here, but
okay,
just in case anybody, if that
okay, so that
matters for your schedule.
we're set to go then for the 27th? Okay,
Yeah, Mike won't be here, but,
Mike won't be here, not done yet?
nope, he won't be here till June.
Oh, my. Okay, well, that's gonna be May, so we got one more month without. Okay, then that completes our agenda, and I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Question, discussion, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion is carried, we are adjourned. Thank you for coming.
Give me Mike's minutes.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, okay. Okay, May 27th.